Scorpio. Let's get your moon energy reading. What? So we got a new moon February 2nd. I like to think of these messages as timeless anyways. Whenever, you know, the title or whatever resonates with you or you're drawn to it, then there's a message here for you. But I do these. I am going to continue, and also I do these in the cycle of the new moon and the full moon. So the new moon's on the 2nd in Aquarius. Time to see the bigger picture. And that's all I need to know. The bigger picture. And boy, some big messages have been coming up. And the full moon's on the 17th. So February 2nd to the 17th, 2022. Angels, ancestors, divine guides. Ascended masters. The power that holds up worlds, the power that creates worlds, the first source and center, the fountain of the all. Please protect this transmission with your light and your high frequency so that we may receive the information, the messages, and the guidance clearly without any interference, without any distortion, without any deception. May we see clearly. May we hear clearly. And may we show our gratitude and ready ourselves to be of service in return. For the one, for the all, for the highest good. Alright, so we have the Sacred Light Oracle. We'll get a message infused with light and sacred geometry. And a message from an Ascended Master for the collective of Scorpio. Whoa, right off the bat. Right off the bat, the Dharma wheel. Wow, I think Cancer, your fellow water sign, got the same exact cards, but the other way around. The Dharma wheel was here and the scales of karma. So we've got the scales of karma and the Dharma wheel. Alright, so let's read the bottom of the deck, because the bottom of the deck cards have been completely in synchronicity. Well, obviously, provide deeper meaning and revelation. So the bottom of the deck, scales of karma, cycle of disharmony, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. Phone wasn't plugged all the way in. Scales of karma, cycles of disharmony, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. And it's funny, the creating new traditions, because I thought of that energy. I channeled that around Christmas, you know, when people, certain holidays or events or whatever, in general, people, when things, bad memories from the past have happened around a season or a date, people tend to have ill feelings towards that holiday. And then I thought, you know, sometimes you just got to create something new. You gotta, you know, tear down and build up. But anywho, I just thought I would mention that because it may resonate with someone. Life can often become a balancing act, juggling your physical needs with the needs of those around you, including family. Can sometimes challenge your love light. Giving without the expectation of receiving is one way of achieving a better state of karma. You must look to find positive experiences from harsh lessons. So transmuting. Learning from your experiences, allowing them to be your teacher instead of your baggage. When people feel good, they do good. When feeling down, people are more likely to throw emotional and energetic daggers towards those who have hurt them, even if it's only temporary. You must be self-aware, as your emotional reactivity will dictate the balance of the energetic scale. Any negativity or toxicity can be purged now if you are willing to open your heart space and detach from these cycles. The benevolent ascended master Mahashohan seeks your understanding, teaching light seekers of the spiritual and angelic hierarchy. His learnings encourage the soul to balance and correct its journey back to the sacred heart. His white head scarf reminds seekers to create more positive and loving interactions with purity to keep your scales better balanced. The Blessed Mahashohan asks you to be aware of your conscious thoughts of others. Speaking negatively about a person only continues to further a cycle of negativity. Snap out of it. Acting in the heat of the moment will leave you red-faced and embarrassed. Examine the brightness of your love light. Protect your heart, but keep it open. Sit with the unfortunate, for they will see you as I see you. Ascended Master Mahashohan. Sacred Crystal Amethyst affirmation. I relinquish control over expectation. I am free. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Oh, and then we'll read the Dharma wheel. Hold on. Let me get some water. So this is Karmic Lessons, Peer Pressure, and Moral Codes, the Dharma Wheel. In today's age, it is impossible to go through life without having your moral code and ethics challenged by people in society. In the past, peer pressure, discrimination, racism, and social discourse taught you to be suspicious of the motives and actions of others. The realism of knowing right from wrong in any context is what your soul is seeking now during its experience. The law of truth. Oh, wow. You're experiencing the law of truth, eh? When the Dharma wheel spins, you will be provided with pathways that lead to personal truths. Finding yourself in compromising situations with questionable people or intentions will only add more weight to your Dharma scale. Oh, so we're talking about balancing the scale on the bottom of the deck, being cautious of which way you're balancing the scale. And now we're talking about this. Adding more weight by the company that you keep. Lies and secrets will be revealed now. Honor your agreements. Be wary of unsolicited advice and of those that wish to gossip about others. Seated on the sacred lotus, Ascension Master Lady Lakshmi questions your morality and ethics. Challenges to your integrity are revealed with the risk of theft and deceit, personal robbery, and damage to personal or business interests. Be aware of your surroundings and social environments and of suspicious activities. Dressed in red and surrounded by white elephants, Lady Lakshmi influences luck in business and prosperity. Reduce your exposure to negative social settings by keeping your distance, even if only short-term, from new and unfamiliar people, including volatile atmospheres and high-energy events. Balance your dharma by seeking your personal truth without compromising your integrity or morality. So this is a card of luck. Influences luck in business and property. Kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. Let the wrap of cloth untwine. Let thought flow with breath. Ascension Master Lady Lakshmi. Sacred Crystal Garnet affirmation. I control my thoughts and feelings. I act with integrity and grace. So it seems that it's looking like something's turning in your favor. Some scales are maybe balancing. So just be aware of your energy and where your focus and attention is, and do your best to disengage in any negative energies like gossiping or talking bad about others, as well as interesting, the Nine of Wands from another deck is in here. Interesting. Well, I just thought I'd show that in case it comes out later. And oh look, the dark moon, which is today, February 1st. Wow, interesting. The void. Getting rest, taking care of yourself, releasing into that dark moon energy. So that's what the reading is going to be about, what we're releasing and manifesting with this full moon energy, with this new moon, full moon energy. But it just sounds like, you know, and if there's people in your life that put you in uncompromising positions, or you find yourself hanging out with somebody and you end up in an awkward experience or uncomfortable situation, then maybe this isn't the set of people for you to hang out with. Just be really wary of people, you know, in your, because it sounds like luck is on your favors. It sounds like luck is coming into your realm, and just, I don't know, just be aware of lower energies or thought forms, you know, distracting you, causing you to engage. Because right now it looks like the wheel is turning in your favor. So, and that's because the scales are balanced. But so making sure you're staying balanced, as we just saw, and keeping the scales balanced, like in your mind's eye, you know, paying it forward. Buy somebody a cup of coffee, you know, pay it forward. Stuff like that. Like, what are you, like, visualizing scales and putting, you know, don't give too much, keep it balanced. But do you get the idea? You know, just work with it, with the scales, but holding back on being negative, hanging out with negative people, because something is definitely turning. You know, this is a wheel, that means motion, and so you have to be very cautious of what are we releasing, surrendering to the new moon. Oh wow, all of that, huh? Okay. Okay. Thank you. And this is, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Blossoming, interesting. Libra got the same card. This is joyfully blossoming into everything that you asked for. This is a time to just open and receive, and it's no fear. Let me just read and that's number 33. In case that number is coming up for you, or has that master number. And I just want to give you bottom of the deck, blossoming. Do not give up. You have planned for this. Take no notice of what others think or say about you. Okay, so if there's a situation, don't engage, because you've got something turning in your favor, and all that's going to do is slow this wheel from turning by the weight of putting toxicity and negativity on the scale. Like, the scale is moving forward because of the positive. I'm feeling like the positive, you know, a karmic lesson you're learning, some kind of karmic lesson. And so the less negativity you put on the one side of the scale, and the more it balances out and the wheel starts to move forward. The less negativity that you engage in, and the more positivity, the more, even just, you know, staying neutral even, but just like the more you put in the positivity, the more the weight is helping the wheel turn faster, if you know what I mean, helping the blessings, the luck, the prosperity, and the business come in. So don't let, see, it's interesting that the Nine of Wands is still in the deck, because this is that energy of like, all right. You know, it's almost like I mean, the way her stance is, almost like she's giving her crew a pep talk, or even just herself or her spirit guides or whatever. She's like, all right, you know, we know the reward is coming. We know we can, you know, manifest. We know after this karmic lesson, this hard journey, we can manifest. The 8 of Wands, she's talking to the 8 Wands. The 9th one is the one she's holding. 8 of Wands, something coming in, moving fast. So this is when it could get tricky, because you're about to complete. The next 10 is this wheel, this wheel turning in your favor. So this is when the final stretch, this is when you persevere, this is when you don't give up, this is when you hold on, and this may be when you're being tested the most, you know, from both sides of the aisle. You know, the lower energies, the lower vibrations trying to keep you from ascending to a higher vibration or raising your vibration, and the illuminated energies seeing if you remember your lessons, your karmic lessons. So this, to me, the 9 of Wands is persevere, hold on, you're almost there, the final stretch. But it's also like, this may be the hardest part. This may be the part where you're really being tested, or tested by a situation. You're good as gold. Just sit back and, you know, stay positive, remain neutral. Because the funny thing is that for what you're releasing, this card always reminds me of the 10 of Wands, the burden being released, that heavy burden being lifted, resilience. Your karmic lesson was resilience. And so now, how strong you are, how you kept moving forward and kept your head up no matter how hard stuff got, no matter how heavy the load got, no matter how uncomfortable. You learned some kind of lesson. And so now resilience, you're surrendering, you're releasing to resilience. You're releasing these burdens, this karmic lesson, and balancing the scales. And that's why they're saying don't go backwards, don't engage in any negativity. And the lighter you keep it, and it's not about being perfect. Don't judge yourself. Don't do that. Just, if you notice yourself in that negative space or negative energy, just be quiet. Just choose to be quiet. And if you can, just, you know, it's those little calibrations that are it's flexing your spiritual muscle, exercising it, you know, developing it. And the angelic or the divine will see that. And that's all it takes. It's not about you becoming a master tomorrow. It's not what this is about. But resilience, your karmic lesson was to learn how strong you were, and you kept moving forward. All right, so let me say, I'm sorry, blasting. Open and rise. Open and rise. Someone around you may be jealous of your success. Mark your victories. I joyfully blossom and I feel no fear. And fear blocks flow. It prevents flow and blossoming. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change, fear of what people think. I could go on, but not. But so this is really, really amazing. Oh, gratitude's underneath it, and trust, which is a card of celebration and rejoicing. Trust. So there may be some luck coming your way. Some of you may get some money, some business, an opportunity. But let's get the message a little deeper. Yeah, these burdens are about to be lifted. The Tarot of a Moon Garden. We use the Sacred Light, the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and now we'll use the Tarot of a Moon Garden to just find out what the deeper meaning of the release and the manifestation. So tell us more about resilience. And so this is overall, moon work is about letting go of what you no longer need. And it sounds like what you no longer need. When you let go, something comes in. Something new comes in. A change happens, a shift in your vibration. But yeah, I got the Hermit. I got the card of Virgo. But this is the Hermit energy. This is you. You had to find out that you have learned a karmic lesson. You have now learned about yourself and your resilience and your strength to keep on moving forward. So you're releasing any doubt in your strength. And this is a card of following your own light, following your heart, listening to yourself, really knowing thyself. Introspection, going within, listening to you, taking time to be with yourself. And some of you may even have, you know, been in a stage where you were, you know what I mean, the wheel is turning. You know, maybe some of you, because of this situation, have been kind of a hermit. It looks like this burden, like I said, the resilience card reminds me of the Ten of Wands. And I feel like this is so you could see yourself, so you could shine a light. Because you didn't know how strong you were. You didn't see that even when you were carrying this burden, this heavy burden, you were still moving forward. You were still, when you might have thought that you were weak, you might have thought that you were been judging yourself or feeling a certain way, but in reality, you were showing your strength and your resilience, and kept going. No matter how hard it got, no matter how heavy it got. And so you've learned something. You've learned something about yourself. That you're a survivor. Yep, Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You sure did. And now this lesson, oh my gosh, watch this. You ready for this? It's funny that we got 3. Resilience is 21, which is a 3. And we had well, that's 27. That's a 9. But like, I was getting 3, 6, 9 energy. Were these all in reverse? Yep. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So in what are you receiving, Scorpio? So remember, the bottom of the deck is 3 of Pentacles. This is you. Your knowledge and your experience, and now you've gained wisdom. This is a new skill, a new ability, a new talent that you can apply to life and receive some type of benefit or manifestation from, right? First, we got sovereignty, the Queen of the Moon energy, and this essentially is you, male or female. This is you in your power, trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting the ascended masters, trusting your intuition. This is you. I have power, it is real. And this is a card of you have power, it is real, so act like it. Especially with the Hermit here. It's like you should know how powerful you are. After you carry this, when this burden is lifted, because it's funny that the 9 of Wands came out and then this energy that reminds me of the 10 of Wands. When this finally comes to a completion, when you get there and that burden's lifted, I feel like that's when you're going to get it. That's when you're going to realize your divine power and your sovereignty. So this is freedom. And look what came up with it. Wisdom, that knowledge and experience. And some of you are even able to be mentors now. You are able to teach others. And the places that wisdom, also the wisdom of knowing when to ask someone for advice or for help, a mentor, someone you look up to. That's also a form of wisdom, is knowing when you don't know the answer, knowing when something is out of your reach, knowing when to ask for help. is probably one of the most important lessons that you can learn in this lifetime, in my opinion. But you learn it. Your life experience has taught you how, has set you free and taught you how powerful you are. And now you are wise. And you're ready to take the control of your realm, your life, and look what came up underneath. The Page of Pentacles. Yep, you had to learn. And now this new opportunity is coming in. Because it's what did we say? The burden is lifted, the Two of Wands, it's time to move forward. And look how in this energy, you know, she's carrying the spear on her back, and in this energy, the Two of Wands, he's lifting it in his hands. Because now you have this new knowledge of self, you have this new freedom, this new power. You know how powerful and strong you are now, so now you acting like it. Which is also a form of wisdom. You know, I've also just heard, you know, because when we stand in our power, that's why the Leo card, the Strength card, it's about standing in your power, being confident in your power, but wielding it benevolently. You don't have to make other people feel powerless or small in order for you to feel power. You stand in your power in grace and balance and clear logic and intuition. You don't hurt others because you're powerful, and that's that kind of energy. And here we have this Two of Wands moving forward fearlessly, passionately, after these burdens are lifted. And look wasn't I just talking about the Eight of Wands? And this all comes in. Once you realize how strong you are, this wheel, this is going to whatever, this lesson that you're going to learn, and there's going to be a shift, a turn in vibration, and you're going to go from this to this. And something is definitely, this is that wheel turning. Bringing in new light, new passion, new inspiration, new creativity, new power, new illumination, new positivity. That's what's coming in for you. I don't have any water energy here. Pentacles and Wands. And one major arcana, the Hermit. Karmic lesson learned. All right, Libra, beautiful. Congratulations.